So let's have profile or let's have a testimonial, and we can move
Okay,
from there.
so we're enough now. So we'll have the profile of our next speaker.
Thank you very much, Kamsi.
King Pharez Obioha is a multi-talented 12-year-old boy from Abia State, Nigeria. He is a model, an actor, a chef, a computer programmer, a poet, an artist, a singer, a multiple instrumentalist, a presenter, and host. He is the CEO of two companies, Fashion for Beads and Accessories, which he launched at age 7, and Sweet Treats and More, which he launched on International Kidpreneur Day, November 1st, 2022. Pharez has featured on hosted and co-hosted many TV and radio shows, some of which are 60 Voices at 60, a TV documentary by Kid Premier Africa and Gold Africa, Amazing Kids Show on Silverbird TV and Rhythm FM, Children's Day Vox Pop on Ism Baidu TV, Gifted Kiddies Show on XT and X2B TV, Super Kid Show with Nora on
Can
Grace,
I have the lead, sir?
Experience TV show on Experience TV, Children's Day Show on Praise World Radio, Lens on NTAE TV, Little Voice on Salt TV Uganda X. Pharez has won so many awards in different areas, some of which are Winner Money Savvy Kid Campaign 2022, Winner Praise World Children's Day Essay Competitions 2021, Audemy Mathematics Competition 2022, Silver Medalist Pamela Iwozi Children Foundation Summer Challenge 2021, first position. Top Speller Ridgeway Montessori School 6 years conservatively 2016 to 2022. 2022 Valedictorian Ridgeway Montessori School. National Orientation Agency for Beta Naja Campaign 2022 Silver Medalist. Gold Medalist Animation Kids Skill Fest 2022. He was part of Kid Peener's Summer Business Class 2022, where he graduated with honors and birthed his latest business, Sweet Treats and More. And actor Pharez has featured in multiple stage and movie productions. He was part of the Kids Can Act Project 2022. He hosted online classes during the lockdown in 2020, where he taught kids on different subject topics. Learning with Pharez. As a kid chef, Pharez has featured in many cooking shows and events and has also participated and won in lots of cooking contests. He was modeled for some notable brands like Rough and Tumble, Toffee Teasum, Enyaga Magazine, Deb Daniels Clothing. Pharez emerged first place winner in Money Savvy Kid financial literacy campaign organized by United Capital PLC, where he served as the group's CEO for a day. He is also exploring the world of photography, which he started with a formal training at Canon Junior Academy in July 2022. King Pharez is the reigning Little Mr. Africa Nigeria. He is the great motivation and inspiration to other kids like him, constantly showing them that they can achieve whatever they put their mind to, and encouraging them to believe in themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, presenting King Pharez Obioha.
All right, so that is it, King Pharez Obioha. All right, thank you very much. That voiceover was done by Kamsi, one of our mastermind partners. Okay, so Kamsi was struggling with some of those Nigerian words, but hey, we roll, we move. All right. All right, so thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kamsi. Welcome. Is Pharez here? He's having a bit of network issues. Is he back in the house, Kamsi? Sorry, I'm using my phone, so I don't have the luxury of seeing everything and everyone at the same time. Kamsi, do we have our guest? Kamsi is looking very serious in this session. Are we okay?
I don't think so. I can't see Pharez. I was just trying to get the YouTube link. It should be in the chat now.
All right, so go ahead and play us one testimonial while we wait for him. He actually is chatting back office. He was thrown out, network issues, but he'll be back in a bit. So let's, while we wait, can we have another testimonial? Sorry, guys, let's just wait for our guest to get back on. He had some network glitch.
In the mastermind circle, I learned that I should always manage my emotions, and I should take care of myself. I learned journals, I learned affirmation. Thanks for mastermind circle.
All right, so that was a testimonial from one of our junior partners. Let's see another one.
Mastermind is a class that teaches me to be disciplined and to excellent, and it teaches me to write my report daily. Thank you, Ms. Beth and Kamsi, for imparting all of us. God bless you. See.
All right, so that was good luck, another of our junior partners. Is Pharez back in the house with us? No, he isn't. So he should be with us soon. Mom, what's he saying? What is Pharez saying backstage?
Yeah, network threw him out. So the network threw him out. So he's trying to get back on. All right. Okay, so while we wait for him to get back, we would just let's talk about the last session. I can't get over the last session, and that's how we didn't get over some of the sessions for yesterday. All right, but the last session was something else, and I think it's something that we want to. It's a session that you want to sit down and think about if you were here all through. If it's one that you were in and out or you came in late, it's one you want to go and sit and watch again. And if your parents are here and you can hear me, please don't miss our session at 7 p.m. today. Okay, hopefully everything will go well and we would start at 7 exactly, and just 20 minutes. Let's just put all of these things that our children are learning today in perspective. Okay, I like to see whatever we're doing through to the end. So if we're doing this and the children are getting all of this, then we want to consolidate. I love the word consolidation, right? I love the word consolidation. So let's try to come in for that 20-minute session at 7 p.m. Let's try to consolidate. And yes, so our guest will soon be here, and we've read testimonials from the mastermind. Now, I am here because I am the matron of the mastermind. So that's why you see me stay here. Think of who a matron is, right? Think of who a matron is. So a matron is basically the person that is there, like the house mistress when you go to a boarding school. That's who I am in the mastermind. I am the matron. I am the one that makes sure that the accountability is right. Apart from that, the children do their thing. The older partners have their meetings. They moderate their meetings on their own. Kamsi, when Pharez is here, just let me know. Okay, they moderate their meetings. Is he here? All right.
Yeah, he is great.
Okay, so if he's here, why am I talking? All right, let's have our guest do his thing. Okay, we can talk about this later. All right, thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Pharez. It's great to have you. Let's move.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. It's good to have you. You guys, you should see this boy. He's 12 and he's tall. The young man is tall. It's good to have you, Pharez. Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Okay, my name is King Pharez Obioha. I'm a 12-year-old multi-talented kid actor, model, singer, multi-instrumentalist, chef, computer programmer, artist, animator, CEO of Sweet Feet and more, as well as the current Little Mr. Africa, Nigeria. So today I'm going to be speaking to you all about how to identify and utilize your talents, because that is one of the major things that has brought me to where I am today. And I believe that every child should have that opportunity as well. Okay, so let's begin with how to identify your talents. One of the major things in identifying your talents is for you to try out different activities. When you try out different activities, it enables you to see where your strengths are. It enables you to understand where you are good at and where you are not so good at. That way, you know which areas to improve on and which areas to just leave completely. This is one of the major things that has helped me a lot, because when I try different activities, like for example, dancing, I know that I'm not such a wonderful dancer, but whenever I try whenever I try to do different dances, I see the ones that work for me and the ones that don't. That way, and it's through that I understand that dancing is not one of my major talents. Rather, I'm more of a singer or more of a presenter or more of a speaker. It's through trying out these different activities that I see that, no, this is not what I'm good at. This is what I'm good at. And that is one of the most important things towards identifying your talents. While doing this also, you need to know that no one is perfect. So you may not get even that your talent is at first. So you need to keep trying at different things. That way you understand that, oh, I may have failed at this now, but when I keep trying, I eventually get better at it. And that way you know that this is my talent or this is not. The second point I have is that you should ask your family and friends what they think about it. So you may think that you have a wonderful voice and all that, so you want to engage yourself in singing. However, your family or friends or other people around you believe that you are more suitable for speaking and for making presentations. Some people are multi-talented, like I am, so you may be able to do the both. However, when you talk with people, it will help you to understand their own perspective of it helps you to understand their own perspective, because they may show you things that you don't even think about. For example, for me, my mom is one of the major reasons why I'm where I am today, because my mom showed me something and then she's like, I know you can do this, try this out. And then when I try it out, it eventually works. And then also, it's good to get feedback from people. Let's say you feel that you're such a great actor, then you perform a monologue and then you show someone and then you ask, oh, did I do this right? Do you think that this was okay? That way you can now, the person will tell you, oh no, I didn't really like the way your voice sounded, or I didn't like your facial expression. You should have done it this way, you should have done it that way. From there, you can understand the places where you need to work on and the places that you have gotten right. So talking to people is also a very important thing. Then look for activities that come naturally to you. If you're someone that just naturally likes outdoors and likes exploring, you never know. You may just be an explorer. You might be a geographer. You might be someone that notes. You may be a journalist that talks about different places and how their landscape, their physical features. There are so many things that you can do from that one hobby. Your hobbies are one of the most important things that leads you in the right way to identifying your talents. And then lastly, I can say you should take a personality test. It is proven that there are several ways through which your personality links to your talent. For example, myself, I know that I'm a bold and confident person. That is one of the reasons why I'm able to speak at places and make presentations, do things that involve you showing your face and talking to crowds, performing in front of, performing on stage. So if you're someone that is a bit calm, or should I say timid, you may not be someone that likes to come out to be someone that is not so outspoken. Your talent might just be something that is more of you, that doesn't really need your face. For example, maybe graphic designing or art. When you do art or those other or art related things, they're not exactly seeing your face. However, they are still seeing and feeling your emotions and feeling your talents because they can see what you're doing. Now let's move on to how to utilize your talents. Now, one of the major ways to utilize your talents, and this is one of the things that I use a lot, is to show your talents to the world. You may have a very small, you may not be able to reach a very large amount of people from your home. However, in this current age where there's technology, there's social media and other digital technologies, you can show a wider audience your talents, because when you make a video of you maybe singing and then you post it on the internet, there might just be a musical director there that watches that video and is like, oh, I love this boy's voice, I love this girl's voice, I love something about them. And they may just pick you and be like, I want to train you. That is how a lot of stars, big people that you see today, that is where they come from. That is where they grow from. Because if you show people what you can do, it's only when you show people what you can do that they will understand what you can do. Now, the second way of utilizing your talent is to keep improving on them. When you keep building yourself in maybe drawing, you go from basic drawing to things that look expert, you are more likely to attract attention, more likely to give yourself that name that you're looking for. For example, myself, I can't say that because I'm good at this, good at that, I will just rest. No, I constantly take classes on different aspects. I ask for help in areas which I'm not good at. You need to understand the fact that you can improve on everything you are doing. There is no such thing as perfect. There is always something you can do better. So it's important to keep improving on those talents, because the day you will need them is the day you understand the reason for all that training, which brings me to my next point. Always be prepared. You may just be at a birthday party and then they ask you to sing for the celebrant. You don't know who is watching you. You need to be prepared at every moment. The opportunity to you are able to grab it with open arms and you're able to achieve it. Which brings me to another point. You need to set goals for yourself. When you have a talent and you're planning to utilize that talent, you need to know, okay, what am I trying to do with this talent? What am I trying to reach with this talent? And how far do I want to go with this talent? You need to know whether you're planning to, as someone that sings, are you planning to release a song, or are you planning to release an album within 1 year, within 2 months, within 3 months? You need to understand what you are trying to achieve with that your talent. And when setting goals, you need to set smart goals, goals that are realistic, goals that are measurable, goals that are time bound, goals. You need to set goals that you know that that you can see when you achieve the goal, you know that you have achieved something. And then you need to set goals that are challenging, goals that draw you, that make you want to do more. Another way to utilize your talent is by which is similar to my first point, is trying to help people with your talent. You may be someone that is good at creating stuff, that is good at, let's say, inventing stuff, and then you see that there's a friend or someone that has a problem. Let's say your friend has a torn bag and then good at sewing. Once you help that person with sewing that bag, you have used your talent of sewing and you have still met a need of someone. And then that person will recommend you to another person, like, oh, this person helps me to sew my bag. And then the next person may be like, wow, I love what you did there. Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Before you know it, you are a major thing. You are someone that they keep showing you, keep recommending you to everyone. These are just few ways to utilize your talent. And it's always important to remember that your talent is you. You are the one that determines how you use your talent and what you use your talent to do. You need to always try as much as possible to improve on your talents and show your talents to the world. Thank you.
Kamsi?
All right, amazing. That was very insightful, Pharez. I got a lot from that session. So let's see if we have any questions now.
All right, well done, Pharez. Well done, well done, well done. That was insightful. That was an expansion of what we started talking about in the first session today. All right, so Kamsi is looking through to see. Let's see the comments. Let's see the questions.
I haven't found any questions, but...
All right, read through the comments as you're reading. All right, boys and girls, are you here? If you have been present in this session, you have questions, can you put them right in the comments section? Okay, and then share with us what you have heard or what you're taking away from this session immediately, like what hit you while Pharez was talking.
Okay, I can see keep improving yourself very well, very much. I can now. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Kamsi's mom said, thank you, Coach Marybeth, for organizing this. Always be prepared.
Yeah, always be prepared. Yes, I think that's really something. And there's something that you said, Pharez, that is really profound for me. And it's something that is really controversial. All right. And even for parents and then the kids, right? So there's this whole idea of, okay, when is the best time for your children to be out there? When is the best time for your children to, showcase their talent and all of that? So, and some children have been sold the mindset, or some parents have the narrative that children shouldn't be put out there, or children shouldn't put themselves out there. Okay, when they are young, they are supposed to be focused on school and their schoolwork and all of that. What do you think, Pharez? You need to unmute him, Kamsi.
All right.
I feel that there is no such thing as a particular age to start. Even a little baby can become a model. It just depends on you as a person or you as the parent, what you want for your child. But it's best advised that you start young, because when you start young to make a name for yourself, in future, you won't find it difficult because they already know you. They already understand what you can do and what you carry. And then the thing of your education, it is about striking a balance between them. obviously for me and other people and other kids like me that are already that do a lot, you need to know that it's not that easy. You need to find a way to balance between getting this homework or project done and then still learning this script, learning these lines, preparing this presentation. But the thing is knowing how much you can do. You won't overwork yourself. You're only human, but you need to try as much as possible to do what you can. And then like I just said, you need to know yourself, know your temperament, know how much work you can do at a time. For someone like me, I'm someone that can multitask, that can do a lot at a time. But some people may not be like that. So you just need to learn how to regulate between your schoolwork and then using your talent. But the most important thing is that none of them suffer because they are both very important.
Wow, amazing, amazing, awesome. I think Kamsi talked about that yesterday too. He was talking and he said the first speaker, that's Kamsi, right? He said there is so much, I mean, your parents can support you all they can. All the people who instruct you can instruct you all they can. But only you can unleash that which is within you. Basically, only you can eventually be everything that God has created you to be. So, and he also said that balance is something that does not happen. It is created. So as a child, you would have to, as a person who is busy or as a person who has many talents, you would have to learn how to create the balance that ensures that no part of your life is suffering. And you just see that, that again, thank you very much. That's really profound. All right. And I think someone said in the comments that people believe fetish things and all of that. There are so many things, so many cultural, what do you call them now? Cultural mindset or cultural beliefs, right? So there are a lot of cultural beliefs that have become mindset blocks, basically, that we have, okay, that with technology has practically stripped those things away, but some of us still want to insist on it. So I think it's just people insisting on things that do not exist, because, hey, this is us. Anybody who wants a picture of you, anyone who wants a picture of you can get it anywhere and anyhow. We were in the past, you didn't want people to see your children. You didn't want them to know who your children were or are and all of that. And then you hid all of those things. But the way it is today, anybody can get a picture of your child from anywhere, website, school website, anywhere at all. Anyone can, see these things. And, so and then when children go, say, for math competition in school, you go for a math competition or any other competition in school, you are showcasing yourself, right? People don't have a problem with that. It's the school that took the child there and all of that. Now, that is okay. The child is not showcasing themselves. But the moment the child is the one pursuing a thing that they love, or the child is the one putting himself out there, sharing what talents they have with the world, impacting the world, people begin to say all kinds of things. So I think it's just a mindset block, really, to think that children have to wait a particular age or a particular time before they put themselves out there. How would you grow in your talents if you are not working on the talent? And your room is too small. Your room is too small for you to go global, except the goal is that you want to remain in your community. But if the goal is to be global, the world is going global. So if your goal is to go global, then your room is too small for you to practice, to go global. So well done, Pharez. Pharez is multi-talented. I mean, that's a lot. How do you manage all of these skills? How do you manage all of them?
Well, it's quite difficult to explain because it's really inexplicable. But I'll just say God, and then with support from my mom. It's just about, like I said before, striking a balance, knowing when to stop, knowing what to do, when to do it, and how to do it.
Right.
And then another thing helps me a lot is that most of the things that I do are things that I can incorporate into my everyday life. So it's just like, let's say I'm doing a homework and then I have this script I need to memorize. It's just, I've read it and then I'm reflecting over it as I'm doing whatever I'm doing. So,
Wow.
and then like I like to listen to music a lot. So music also helps me to concentrate, and then listening is a key skill. So if you have something to do, maybe you have a presentation to make and you record yourself, maybe you've written it down, then you record yourself, and then when you're in your free time or when you're doing something, you listen to it. That way it's getting into, it's like entering your head, even though you're still doing something. Then when you are free, you can then take your time to memorize it. But at that point, you realize that you have learned more than half of whatever it is. If not, you have learned the full thing. So that's one of the major ways that I am able to do all that. So, but besides that, it's just God.
Right. It also boils down, Pharez, I think it also boils down to knowing how you learn. Okay, it's knowing how you learn best, right? So it boils down to knowing your personality and then, of course, knowing your learning style. So for you, for instance, you know that all you need to do is voice it, put it right there, and then listen to it, and it's going right into your subconscious mind and all of that. And when it is time, boom, you have it. So it's important. I mean, and even as you're speaking, I can see the self-awareness and I can see the understanding of self. You know, and when Kamsi was talking about yesterday, he said there are 5 dimensions of education, and sometimes we just focus on academics, but there are other dimensions. And one of the dimensions is you knowing yourself, personal education, knowing thyself. It begins with knowing thyself. It's your knowledge of yourself that helps you know what you can do, what you cannot do, what you're good at, what you're struggling with. So you have to know yourself first. And as young people, knowing yourself is very key, because that's what makes you, I mean, say to the next person, come on, get thee behind me, what's all this? Like, it's to know yourself that makes nobody bully you or make you feel bad about the things that you do and all of that. So it's really very key that you know yourself. And I think it's something that you embody very well, even as you're speaking. Well done, well done, well done. All right, so Kamsi, you want to read through the comments if we have if you have more questions. Okay, why Kamsi is doing that, some boys and girls, you that are here, I want you to understand something, and I want you to, when you come for sessions like this, okay, take everything that you can take from the person. Okay, he's here to inspire. So milk anything that is inspiring about this young man, what he's saying, how he's saying it, everything, just milk it and, you know, see how it works for you and all of that. I'll give you an experience. When Kamsi started a YouTube channel when he was about 8. The first time he put out his first video, his head of school, the owner of the school, you know, talked about it at the assembly, and she was like, "Oh, awesome! You should all go and watch Kamsi's video and all of that." So one of his classmates went, watched the video, and then came the next day and said to Kamsi that you're doing video. Do you know that evil people can come and destroy you? They can even come and kidnap you because of the video. So you see, now when you don't know yourself, and when you don't have, you know, that mindset and the support from home, you can actually cower, or you can actually, you know, you want to stop because of that. And there are some friends that will even make you feel bad. Please go away every time, as if you are the only one. And, you know, there are ways, even as young children, you know how to put yourself down for some silly reasons. Okay, so it's important that you know yourself. As I would say to Kamsi, I would say to the kids, I always say to them, anyone that comes to you and wants your respect, it has to be 4 things. The person is either godding, money, impacting, and come see what's the last one. Is either godding, impacting, money, or acing. You understand? So the person is acing badly in school. The person is moneying badly with his skills. The person is godding, meaning the person knows God so well, or the person is impacting the world so well. Now, these are the only kind of people that you even allow to, give respect to, enough for them to even, it's even respect you have for these people. So meaning, if you are not any of these persons, you can't even bully me, right? You can't bully me. So it's important. Nobody can bully you. This kind of people don't bully you. But these are the people that you even show that kind of respect. So you can't see someone because the person is woke, and then the person bullies you because he thinks he's woke, basically. So you need to know yourself, boys and girls. Okay, be aware of yourself. Very, very key. All right, come see questions that we can take.
I don't see any new questions. Okay, I see new messages.
I saw some questions pop up. Or didn't I see?
Yeah, I just see it.
What you mean, son? Okay, I learned that we should get feedback from others. I am a mom here, but I learned so much. Thank you, ma'am. What if your talent, what if like your talent before and after, you don't like it again? That's a question. All right, first, this person is saying, what if you like your talent before and afterwards you don't like it anymore? What do you do?
First of all, is to understand what you mean by liking your talent. Your talent is meant to actually be something you enjoy doing. And that's why I said when identifying your talent, try to look at things that you enjoy doing on a normal. So if you like your talent and you eventually don't like it again, it's a personal thing. It's not, no one is forcing you to use that talent. And if you're multi-talented, you may not like this talent again, but you like this other talent. You focus on that. You don't cry over spilled milk. If you decide that today you no longer like singing again, that is acting you want to do, it's not a problem. You enter acting and you do what you can to thrive in that area. But it's best advised that you do what you do best, the area in which you thrive most. You focus on that area. But if you don't like it, no one is forcing you. You just move on. You go to the next big thing, the next possible thing.
Awesome. Perfect. All right. Someone is also asking, do you do well in school with all these achievements? The person is just being curious, she says.
Okay. Yes. Actually, I'm a straight A student. In my primary school, I was the best graduating student, and I've always been top of the class. So yes, I do very well in school.
Awesome. Let me even say something here. That is the irony, right? So for parents, or anyway, I'm going to have a parent session later. Okay. But boys and girls, that's the irony. The moment it's not your school grades that's the issue, just the way I was saying in the last session. It's not that I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse. It's not that I want to have a grade. That's not the issue. The issue is the skills that you have. Everything we are and everything we do is powered by our abilities and the skills that we have. The skills actually are abilities, right? It is when you have the right skill, you would do well in every one of your endeavor. Because what these skills do, you have skills like discipline, self-control, time management, and all of that. This has nothing to do with whether you are singing, you're dancing, you're coding, you're doing whatever. When you have self-discipline, you can apply it in your schoolwork. You can apply it in other things that you do. It is what makes you know it is time to stop. It is time to do this. It is time to do that. Many times there is this false belief that children who do a lot are the ones that are not focused or they are distracted. Meanwhile, there are children who do not do anything apart from schoolwork, but they are the ones who spend 5 hours playing video games. They are the ones who spend 3 hours watching all kinds of studio shows and all of that. So what some of these children are doing is they are substituting the time you spend for your video games and the rest. They use those times to build their skills. They use those times to get to hone their skills and to get all that they need to become better at what they are doing. So if you check the time, it's about the same thing. The 5 hours you spend watching, sitting down on your couch, playing video games for 5 hours with this friend, with that friend, alone and all of that. It's a 5 hours someone has used to play a musical instrument for 1 hour, coded, has done something, for 1 hour coding or graphic design or something for 1 hour, has spent another 1 hour researching, their talents, researching in the area of their skill. That's 3 hours. Has spent 1 hour learning a new recipe. That's 4 hours. So I spent 1 hour writing a part or a chapter of a book that he's writing. 5 hours, but you have just couched or you have just been hours. So parents, it's not the lack of movement or it's not moving around that makes a person overwhelmed. It is all here. So let's not get all of these things, let's not mistake these things or let's not get these things twisted. That a child is busy doing productive things doesn't make the child distracted. It's rather, it makes them more focused. And that should be our goal, getting children engaged in productive things. It wasn't wrong when they say an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So let's just leave it there for now. All right, thank you, Pharez. Kamsi, do we have any other questions? Let me check. Kamsi doesn't see questions, maybe because I have my glasses plus my eyes. So let me see if there are other ones. Okay, my hobby is something you love doing. Okay, per time, someone is just repeating what you said there. And okay. Talent comes with, okay, always good, try out new things. All right, I can't see any other question. If you have one that we have not read, you can just put up your hand in the comments, your virtual hand, and then Kamsi can unmute you and you can ask the question straight up. All right. Lucy, maybe you should play a testimonial while we're waiting for that. All right, we'll just play a testimonial and questions. Pharez, will just give us your last word afterwards and we can run. So let's wait and see that.
I just want to thank you for helping me to be able to meet up with my daily principles, even though I don't really have time to meet up with my daily people, but at least I can meet up with my daily principles and achieve my goal daily. Thank you. God bless.
All right, Kamsi, are we good? Kamsi, are we good? You're muted.
I said I had a glitch. My video player had a glitch. I'm trying to fix that.
Okay, but is there anyone who wants to share anything? You want to say something about this session? We can unmute you so that you say something. It does not matter what others say. It matters about you. Yes, it doesn't matter what other people say. Sometimes I always say to kids, sometimes some children know that they cannot do what you do, but they know that you can do what they do. So rather than, encourage or, give you the accolade that is due, they try to make you feel bad about the things that you can do that they cannot do. And often it's because they know they cannot do what you can do. So you need to, know thyself and be unapologetically you. Okay, don't let anyone make you feel bad about the talent that you have or who you are, as a matter of fact. All right. Kamsi, are you still struggling there? Anyone wants to say something? We can unmute you so that you can share your thoughts. Okay, and you can say any other thing you want to say. Is the next meeting today? Yes, we have another meeting at 4. So this is the morning session. After this session, we'll be done with this. You can go and rest, and you come back right here at 4 p.m. We'll have a 4 to 5, and then we'll have a 6 to 7. What if you hate your talent? Pharez, did you hear that? Kamsi on mute. What if you hate your talent?
What if you hate your talent? Oh, well, I'll say that that's simply not your talent.
Exactly.
Because, okay,
Why?
like someone said now, it's not possible for you not to like your talent. Because that would mean that it's not you. There's something that makes you not like your talent. It might be people around you that have made you buy that idea. Because
Yeah.
God will give you a talent, will give you a gift that you won't appreciate. So the basic answer is if you hate your talent, then it's not your talent. Leave
Wow.
it.
Awesome. Pharez, there's one very important question here. I think you should answer this. Someone says, is it possible for someone's talent to be playing video games?
Yes, actually. I forgot to address that when I was speaking. Your talent goes far beyond acting, singing, dancing, speaking, all those common things. You need to understand that your talent is anything that you can do that sets you apart from the others. Playing video games, your talent can actually be playing video games because it depends on how you play the video game. If you're someone that no matter who you are playing with, you will always win when you're playing video games against somebody. It's your talent. Your talent might even be solving math equations. Your talent may be writing stories. Your talent may be reading. Your talent can basically be anything. It just depends on how you use that talent, where you are using it, and when you use it. So the basic thing that determines when it's a talent is how you're using it, where you're using it, and when you are using it.
Absolutely. Exactly. So if it's a video game, then you want to look for the best thing that you can do. I mean, how can you use that video game to do something extraordinary? How can you use that video game to stand out and probably impact people or, change lives or, get an earning from and all of that? So it's not just playing video game and using it to disturb everybody and not doing anything at home, not paying attention to your schoolwork. I mean, Pharez, you even said earlier that whatever it is that's your talent, you must know how to balance it so that you are taking care of every other thing in your life, every other commitment that you have. So that you have a talent doesn't mean that every other person can go to hell. You are busy, because some of us play video games and we do it with it's annoying the way we go about it, isn't it? We don't want to do anything else. We don't want to be reasonable about it. And it's not even as if you are beating everybody. You are just there. You just want to entertain yourself. So it's not enough that a talent is for entertainment, isn't it? It must be something that you can grow a skill from, actually.
And then another thing that makes it a talent is your why. Why are you doing this?
Awesome.
Why are you playing the video game? Are you playing it just for entertainment, just because we're back from school, time to relax? Or are you playing it so that you can make money, so that you can meet a need, so that you can bridge a gap? Because that's one of the most important things. That's one of the things I was taught in how to use my talent. You need to try to solve a problem with your talent. That problem may just be boredom. You're solving someone's boredom by singing to them. But you need to solve a problem no matter how little or inconsequential it may seem.
Wow, awesome. All right, so I think we should be coming to a close. There's one last question. There are a few questions here. Someone says, what if your parents do not support your talent?
Well, that's a difficult one to answer. But there must be someone, someplace that supports that talent. So I can't tell you to go against your parents, but you can try to convince them, show them reasons why that you should push that talent, show them why that talent is important. Because, for example, this thing we're talking about video games, your parents might be like, which one is playing video games? Your mates are doing this, your mates are doing that, you are playing games. Is to show them that, oh no, mom, these video games can actually earn me money. Oh no, mom, this video game can do this for me. To show them the importance, the reason why that talent is good for you, why it is important.
Exactly. I think I buy that completely, because we do these things, just as you said, the why behind why we do these things. We do some of these things, we don't even know the why. So you're not researching into what you do. You don't even know nothing about why you do that thing, what you can get from it, what you get. So if you have a talent, the first thing you want to do is you have a hobby and all of that, and you're interested in, what can I use this hobby to achieve? That's why as children, because you associate yourself with some of these kind of things that we do, you can't think like every other child. At every point you're thinking, oh, I like doing this and I do it so well. What can I make out of this? So this will make you start asking questions. This will make, and that's what we do with the children in the mastermind. We help them figure out what they can do with the things. We have Friday. Friday is talent, skill Friday. We don't even call it Skill Friday. So on Friday, show us pictures, whatever it is. And a lot of times we get pictures and we're like, oh, can you look at this? Can you look at that? You could do this, you could do that. So sometimes you need mentors in your life. You need a group, you need a group, a platform in your life where people are also walking the journey with you and your parents, and they can point you to certain things that your parents are probably too busy to see, or, and all of that. So it's really very key. Okay, someone said, can being a doctor be a talent? Okay, we've talked about that in the other session. Being a doctor is not a talent at all. However, okay, Pharez, is your session. Let me allow you answer that. That will be about the last question you answer. You can ask the rest of the question in the group. We'll try to answer them. Pharez, let me allow you answer that, and then we can run on.
Okay, I won't really say that being a doctor is a talent. It's a profession. But like I said before, your why is also very important. It's not a talent, it's a profession. But the talent in it is that you can be able to, you can figure out some mysteries that haven't been uncovered. You go into a theater to perform a surgery on a patient that has been carried from hospital to hospital to hospital. And then your creative mind just tells you, try this, try that, and it works. And this happens several times. That is when it becomes a talent. But being a doctor is a profession. It's not a talent. However, how you do it then makes it a talent.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, King Pharez. You have been amazing. The knowledge has been huge today. We appreciate you. Guys, remember this young man is 12. I can't even believe it. I mean, the knowledge and everything and the way he commands all of it. This is amazing. All right, Kamsi, you want to round this session up?
All right. So thank you so much, Pharez. That was very insightful. I'm sure we've all learned a lot from this session. So everyone should turn on their camera and smile so that I can take a picture, and then we'll round up the meeting here.
Cheesy. Say cheese. All right, have you taken your picture, sir?
Yes, I have.
All right, Pharez, what will be your last word before you leave?
Okay, my last word to the kids is for you to keep trying to improve on your talent. But to the parents is give support to your children. Always support your children in all they do and be free with them. Allow them to express themselves to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Pharez. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. So see you guys at 4 p.m. later today, where we will be having, who are we having at 4 p.m.? Victoria. Victoria is a multiple talented writer, all of that and all of that. So she's going to be our first older, a young adult. Okay, she is in the university, so she's going to be the first, young adults that we're going to have on in the conference. So you want to make sure you're here because she's going to be sharing been there, done that kind of stories. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Make sure you go and play outdoor, eat something, have fun, play, do some puzzle, do something reasonable. Okay. All right, then. All right. Thank you, Pharez. Kamsi, thank you very much. Awesome. Bye.
All right, bye. Thank you. I'll just end this meeting now.